control. Yeah, we lost control. Never like a boy, will you hit me up? I lost control. Will you help me? Never like a boy, will you hit me up? I lost
Morning, everybody. Well, afternoon. Let me go ahead and pull up my Facebook. Not my Facebook, but my YouTube channel. Because I keep missing discussions on YouTube. I want to make sure that whenever I do go live, I am talking to you, or trying to talk to you, register what's being said. So I can at least check the page. Or trying. Let me close audio there. There we go. All right. So when people pop up, I will be able to see them now, and that will be a great thing. All right. So, well, that's the Facebook feed. There we go. There we go. All right, we're back. We're back. So, developments yesterday. I always start off with the new developments. Talk to you guys about my NEO strategy. The NEO ontology airdrop came in yesterday, and as I predicted, we're seeing a drop here. And I was telling a bunch of people, I was like, I want to believe that everybody here is, a NEO loyalist, everybody who was in the NEO camp, and the price was around the all-time high. In the 160s and whatnot, and I was like, yeah, we'll be. There's a lot of people, who are not going to stick around. I just didn't see it. So yesterday we had the airdrop, and we're in a decline now. I moved all my assets over to Ethereum, all my NEO holdings over to Ethereum. In the meantime, I'm going to wait till things level out after all these ontology opportunities. All these ontology opportunists have left the water, and we see exactly who the real NEO holders are. Then I'll hop back in and purchase again. So just trying to protect my investment somewhat that way. So I don't normally swing trade NEO, but I knew this was coming, and you're kind of. It'd be kind of stupid for me to stick around and say, okay, I'm going to just ride this wave down and wait for it to come back up without trying to take advantage of that situation. So this morning, woke up, got in the shower, took all my assets out on Binance on the phone, and then came in to check the market. It was down 5%. Now it's just down 3%. But the whole thing is it's down. And those are gains that I'm trying to protect. And so when should we buy at? When should you buy back? I'm not a financial advisor. That's not my role here. I'm just telling you my advice. I'd say give it a day or two. I mean, because we also have the next ICO offering that's coming up soon, and the next ICO only takes NEO and gas as far as basically the buy-in currency of choice. So if you're trying to get into the next ICO, which is a very, very hot ICO, and there's a lot of ICOs out there, but next is the one that we're trying to go for soon. NEO is a sound buy. It's going to bring a lot of buyers back to the table because they're going to be trying to get into that investment opportunity, and so they're going to buy some NEO at that point so they can buy in. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be open to American investors, and we'll talk about that shortly, because today I want to focus on what's going on with the SEC, what's going on with the ICO market. They're all connected. It's all connected. And how that's going to affect how you should move in this market to protect yourself, because there's a storm cloud incoming, but it's a good one for the market overall, in my opinion, but it's bad for those people are holding right now, because there's going to be a bunch of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's going to be spread. It's going to drive down prices. So you might want to look at positions, or might want to look at some ways to, basically bolster your positions because of all of the issues that the SEC is going to be bringing to the table. Good issues that need to be resolved, and solutions that have been presented. One that we'll talk about at the end of the show, but solutions that have been presented. But yeah, these are just the growing pains of the market. This is what has to happen in order for us to get valid. So first and foremost, we've talked about NEO, where NEO sits right now, and what's going on in regard to the fluctuations in that particular currency. But let's talk a little bit about the ICOs, and let's talk a little bit about the process, because I want to bring attention to something that just happened the other day. So basically, Walton Chain. Let me run it back. Let's look at where Walton Chain is now. It was down far. Yeah. Let's look at this bad boy. So speaking of ICOs and suspect ways that currencies have been operating, this happened yesterday, where Walton Chain went from 37.80 all the way down to, where are we? What is that one? 18, 15, 14.42. All right, so what causes the drop like that? Let me tell you what causes a drop like that. So Walton Chain offered, had a competition for their ICO where they were basically giving out free Walton Chain or whatever to individuals via some competition around Valentine's Day. Come to find out that they actually, well, I'm not sure if they even gave the Walton Chain to this individual, but basically they posted on their Twitter, a thank you for the free Walton Chain this individual received, but at the same time, and I'll look at let me look it up, because I like to show people before instead of. And it was a huge debacle. Here we go. All right. So if we look at this here, this is what happened. So somebody won this Valentine's Day Walton Chain giveaway. Somebody supposedly won this Valentine's Day Walton giveaway. And so here we have OMG, can't believe I won. Thank you, Walton team. Love, keep doing the great work. Strong, 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 rocket, rocket, rocket. Okay, all right. And then congratulations to all the Walton Chain winners who participated in our Valentine's Day campaign. All right. But then, scrutiny, look up here. Walton Chain sent this message to itself. So apparently, the rumor or the belief is that this is a scam gone wrong. So basically, Walton Chain manufactured or attempted to manufacture a user on Twitter who was going to compliment them for giving away this Walton Chain to them, and increase, I guess, like some recognition of the token and hopefully drive people to believe that Walton Chain is this nice, great altruistic company that gives away stuff on a regular basis. But apparently the person who's in charge of the Twitter handle forgot to switch their Twitter handle. So basically it looked like Walton Chain was sending a tweet to itself. On top of that, too, this is, I also found some other research online that was basically saying a lot of the people that were listed down here as recipients of the Walton Chain token, had like 1 day old accounts. Basically there's a lot of suspicious activity. There's a reason why in this country, you're not allowed to have employees of your company enter into competitions that you're offering because of this very reason. It looks sketchy. You're just giving away, you're driving up awareness of your product by giving away your product to your own people. It just looks suspect as shit. So basically, this is pretty much like the premise of everything that's going down with the SEC. We have games like this going on a regular basis. Walton Chain's response to this was that, oh yeah, coincidence, our bad. What had happened? Not even our bad, but what had happened was, see, we had a guy, who was on our team who entered the competition and he won. So it's all fair, right? Everything is all good because, this guy here just had an equal opportunity like everybody else did to win. And coincidentally, he won this and then made this quote from his professional Twitter handle that's affiliated with our company. You guys got that, right? See, everything's fine. There's no scam going on here. Nothing to see here. Move along. This is not the ICO you are looking for. All right. So this is some bullshit. And what does this do? This is disrespecting the tech on the highest level because you are sitting here not only shitting on your own company and shilling your own brand, no matter how great it is, even if Walton Chain is the best ICO that's out there, the best company developing or whatever their product is, it's in the garbage now. And then on top of that too, they've added to the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that you have idiots at the banks, the governments, and whatnot, spreading on a regular basis, saying that ICOs are a hustle, ICOs are a scam, you're going to get ripped off. This just validates all that. So this basically is the most disrespectful thing you can do with the technology. Okay. So that's why Walton Chain's readings are in the dump right now, down 12.76%, and they deserve it. I don't know how long whether they're gonna stay down there or whatever. But yeah, we don't need this in the game. We don't need this. We got enough stuff naturally in the game causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And that brings me to the SEC. This is the kind of stuff the SEC is trying to focus on. So basically, we've talked about the SEC and what they're going to do in regard to cryptocurrency regulation. That's what's going on. They are stepping into the fray and saying, ICOs are going to receive extreme scrutiny now because of the fact that there's a lot of stuff going on. The SEC basically said they have not seen any tokens that are being offered right now that do not function as securities. Okay, now the argument for a lot of token users is that, they're utility tokens, or a lot of these ICOs is that they're utility tokens and that they can be used, and that they're just supposed to be used like Chuck E. Cheese. They're supposed to be used at the store, no place else. There's nothing else going on with them. So because they're utility tokens, they shouldn't have to face the scrutiny of the SEC. They're not securities. All right, the SEC has evaluated a good majority of ICOs and said that they have found no ICOs that are offering tokens that do not function like securities. So they're going to be going through, cracking down, and basically saying, you can't offer this anymore. And this is how does this manifest? Well, I told you a couple of days ago about Circle acquiring Poloniex, all right? Goldman Sachs affiliated Circle acquiring Poloniex. I stress that because I'm not going to let that shit die. Goldman Sachs has talked so much shit about crypto on a variety of levels in regard to saying it's a scam, this, that, and the third. But then they go and they via Circle acquire a cryptocurrency exchange that they are modifying to handle fiat pairs and trade cryptocurrency. All right. So this is still, even with all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt being spread, I have no doubt that the banks are behind some of this stuff. And I have no doubt that cryptos are not going away anytime soon. They're just going to be regulated that much more. Okay. But I digress. Back to what I was saying. So basically, Circle stepping into the fray via Poloniex, and basically a good majority of exchanges, including Poloniex, are going to have to, U.S. exchanges, get that noted too. U.S. exchanges under the purview of the SEC are going to have to get rid of a majority of their tokens that function as securities. All right, so this is going to be a big altcoin exodus. We're having a lot of these altcoins and their affiliated. What am I trying to say? They're affiliated companies who are leaving the U.S. All right, they're going to leave the U.S., root themselves in other countries that are more ICO friendly, and function abroad. This is the main reason why I formed the ICO investment pool, because I told you this was coming. I told you this is what was going to happen. So this is what the SEC is doing. They're stepping into the fray. They're saying you can't trade these securities on U.S. exchanges. So that means that Binance going to go through the roof, KuCoin going to go through the roof in regard to the amount of money that's going through those institutions until China or South Korea kick in. But I highly doubt that's going to happen. Okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to have basically pockets around the world where cryptocurrencies are, where a good majority of the wealth is going to be concentrated, okay? And you're not going to have access to a good majority of those ICO opportunities the way that we've had in the past. The Wild West days are done, all right? The Wild West days stateside are done. So if you're trying to get into any investment opportunity, you're going to have to, if you invest, you're going to have to go through an accredited investor process. So you're going to have to be a part of some huge ICO pool or whatever, or you're going to have a lot of money in order for you to make money in this market, all right? Now, is this necessarily it's a great thing for me and what I'm doing and the opportunities that I'm trying to extend to people all around the world, but it's also good for the market in that it's going to cut down on some of the scam artists and the hustlers and whatever. I don't favor what the SEC is doing in regards to regulating ICOs and investment opportunities here, but I do favor what other countries around the world are doing as far as setting up parameters and responsibility and restrictions for ICOs. See what's going on in countries such as Germany. What was the one that we were talking about the other day? Can't remember. Where debit them? I'll tell you in a second. My brain's kind of locked up this morning. It was a long night. I'm tired, and we had a low pressure front come in, and I have Gibraltar. Yeah, I have my allergies this time of year fluctuate, but especially whenever the rain comes in, high pressure fronts come in, low pressure fronts come in, I get the worst sinus pain. I had a throbbing headache last night, but back to where we were. So basically, you have countries like Gibraltar, who are basically places like Gibraltar, they're basically stating, we're going to be ICO friendly. We're going to set up some parameters for how they need to function, within within the boundaries of our country, to make sure that people aren't being exposed to fraudulent activity, but we're going to let them thrive and prosper. Where in the U.S., we're saying, no, we're not doing any of that until we can evaluate and make sure everything is straight and on the up and up. Now, the problem with the way the U.S. is approaching it is that we're dealing with technology. So the amount of time, the amount of money, the amount of energy it takes into vetting an ICO is time that your competition, who decided not to go with the U.S., as far as extending offerings to them, that's time that they have to get ahead. So the U.S., which is supposed to be the friend of new business and the conservative government that's basically said, yeah, we want all these new small businesses to thrive, they are crushing future advancement in technology in that regard, and also limiting investment in those opportunities as well. Okay, by their approach. I'm hoping that the SEC is going to find some way to ease, but some happy medium between no ICOs, they're all scams, and allowing people to have access to ICOs in a free-for-all manner. I think there should be some happy medium in between there, and we'll talk about the solution shortly. But yeah, as of right now, the SEC is cracking down, and basically saying, you need to get your house in order. And you're not going to. All ICOs are offering securities. They're not evaluating them on a token by token basis. Okay, so there will be less tokens, altcoins. There will be less altcoins that are available for you to purchase on. So those of you who are hoping, for Neo to come to Coinbase, not going to happen, fam. Not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Most of your favorite ICOs, you're not going to see them stateside because Circle, Coinbase, GDAX, Bittrex, Poloniex, all of these U.S. exchanges, they have to bend the knee. They're going to have to bend the knee to the SEC. Okay? All right? So this is why, I'm for this approach. Vitalik Buterin, the guy who invented Ethereum, the number 2 coin that's available on the market, has this idea, basically, for, how ICOs should be approached. And I don't know what to do to support them or what circles we need to be in or whatever. Just talking about it, I feel is going to generate some awareness. But basically what he's saying is what we need to do for these future ICOs to make sure these scams and things don't happen or aren't as successful is we need to do a piecemeal investment process where basically those people who invest have more control over how the ICO rolls out. We know that every decent ICO has a roadmap, right? And so instead of us looking at the ICO and saying, yes, I believe in that team, I believe in that roadmap, they're going to go to the moon, let me give them all my money or whatever, and then pray and hope that, that comes back 5, 6 months from now, and they're doing what they say they're going to do. Vitalik is saying we need to basically fund these ICOs based on their roadmap. And so basically via smart contracts, via our investment using tokens, we would invest in that ICO. Okay, initially we would give them a set amount of money initially for an ICO that we believe in. They can work with that amount of money, but that very specific roadmaps we evaluate whether they are coming through what they said that they're going to do, and then individuals can choose to withdraw all their funds or fund the next round for the ICO. So we fund the ICOs as we go along. And they release tokens and whatnot, for our investment opportunity as we go along, based off of consensus of all the people who hold those tokens. Those people who hold the tokens say, yeah, they've reached their roadmaps, they've fulfilled their requirements, they're doing what they said they're going to do, so that's good. You guys get another $8 million to continue, make it go on, do more. So I'm really in support of this approach. I hope it takes off. I think this will get rid of a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It can hopefully calm down, the SEC, and bring more stability to the market. Just wishful thinking. It's a great idea. I mean, the guy's smart for a reason. I think people should listen to smart people. That's just my idea. Just an idea. That being said, I said, there's a lot of this stuff going on in regard to, fear and there's a lot of manipulation and scams and hustles that are out there. You got to do your research. This is the main reason why you got to do your research, investigate those ICOs, investigate those opportunities, just even following just the tokens you already hold. Like, continue to stay on top of it. Continue to, figure out what it is people are doing behind the money that you've invested in, so you can make those moves in the market as you need be. But I still believe that there's money to be made. There is. Like, every ICO is not a hustle. Every ICO is not a scam. They talked that there was talk about 45% of ICOs went belly up or this, that, and the third or whatever. But that means that 50, 55. There's a good over half of them are good. All right. And so with that being the case, we need to establish which ones are going to be the successful ones, which ones are going to pay off. There's a good methodology to do so, but whenever we acknowledge the fact that some are going to be successful, we need to be able to find a way to invest in them, which is why, I'm formed my network partially. We did the successful Debenham ICO, and the next ICO is the NEX, NEX ICO, the decentralized, exchange using Neo. So I'm continuing to build, my network, working with Kofi, working with some other brokers over there in Ghana that he knows personally. We're going with people that we know, people that we can trust. And then, I'm looking in other portions of the world, activating my network to see people who are also crypto savvy. Because I know a lot of people all over the world, but everybody doesn't. Just like here in the U.S., everybody here doesn't have a wallet. Like I've said this before, less than 10% of the world understands and utilizes cryptocurrency. And so part of my end goal in regard to this channel, part of my end goal in regard to just, how I'm approaching cryptocurrency in general is to spread awareness, to help people, get on board. And I'm hoping that by approaching this ICO investment strategy, I am, informing people and exposing them, altruistically, because by investing or being a broker, individuals are making money. Like, you get 15%. Like, if I send $1,000 your way, you're going to get 15% of that. And so that's an incentive for individuals to say, yeah, let me do this. Let me figure this out. And that's also an incentive for them to not screw, us over, as a group, because of the fact that it's like, okay, well, I can screw them over and take, their $1,000 investment right now, but if they're continuing to do this, if this is a movement, then I'd be a real dumbass, because next week there's going to be another $1,000, and then this next ICO is coming up, that's $9,000. So why should I take the money and run right now versus receiving this trickle of funds? You can do your one hit quit and and get over and be burned, or you can continue to reap the benefits. And so yeah, I'm building relationships with people I know with a reliable business model that's going to be advantageous for all parties that are involved, from investors to the brokers to myself as the middleman to just crypto in general, so we can stay above the board, respect the tech, and take advantage of these opportunities that we are being limited from participating in because of the bank-controlled government and the affiliated SEC. Okay? So that's all I have for today. I thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please join the Facebook group. Everything is in the information on the links. But join the Facebook group. We're at 305 members now, whatever. Trying to get to 400 now, so I can do another giveaway. I'll try to see if I can fit in the giveaway in between. In between time, let me look at my people. Hey, yo, Stigin, how you doing, man? So yeah, in the meantime, in between time, what we're trying to do is get into, a place where we're working together, we're moving forward. So subscribe, click on the alarm bell, so whenever, I do go live, I try to go live throughout the day or whatever. I may go live in the morning. It depends on my workload, because I'm working full time now. And so, I try to go live in the morning or in the afternoon. But if you have the alarm bell, you'll know when I've gone live, and you'll know whenever we're actually talking and doing what we need to do. So yeah, subscribe. Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and yeah, like and follow us on the Facebook group and the Facebook page. Like the Facebook page. Wherever you see Cryptotheists in the social media sphere, just give us love. That's all I can say. Just give us love and respect the tech. All right, have a good day.